I need to tell you something. Something I've held inside for 30 years. It's eaten away at me, a slow poison. I don't know why I'm telling you now. Maybe I just can't carry it alone anymore. It started on a night just like this one. Quiet, with the rain tapping against the window. We were just kids, you know. Stupid kids, full of that reckless energy you only have when you're young and think you're invincible. There were 4 of us that night. Me, Mark, Sarah, and David. We'd snuck out, like we always did. Our parents thought we were at a sleepover. We felt so clever, so grown up. Our spot was the old abandoned quarry on the edge of town. It was our kingdom, a place where no adults ever went. We'd sit on the cliffs, talk about the future, and dare each other to do stupid things. That night was different, though. There was a tension in the air. We'd been arguing all week, stupid teenage stuff. Cliques were forming, loyalties were shifting. Mark had brought a bottle of something his dad kept in the cabinet. We weren't big drinkers, but that night we wanted to feel different. We wanted to escape ourselves, I think. The quarry looked menacing in the dark, the deep water like a black mirror. The argument started over something trivial. I can't even remember what, but with the cheap liquor burning in our stomachs, it escalated fast. Words became shouts, shouts became shoves. It was me and David against Mark. Sarah was just crying, telling us to stop. But we were boys, full of pride and anger. We weren't listening to anyone. The rain started coming down harder, slicking the rocks. David and Mark were really going at it, right on the edge of the quarry cliff. I was trying to pull David back, but he was stronger than I was. He was blind with rage. Sarah was screaming, her voice lost in the wind and rain. Mark slipped on the wet stone. For a second, he just hung there, his fingers scrabbling for a hold. He looked right at me. His eyes, I'll never forget his eyes. He was begging me, pleading, without a word. And David just stood there, watching. He had this look on his face, a sort of blank satisfaction. And me, I froze. I could have reached out. My hand was right there. I could have grabbed his arm. It would have been so easy, but I did nothing. I just watched him slip, watched him fall into that black water. We heard the splash. It was a sickening, final sound. Then, silence. Just the rain. Sarah's screaming had stopped. She was just staring at the water, her face completely white. David was breathing hard, like he'd just run a race. No one moved. No one said a word. We just stood there on the edge. The space where Mark had been, now terrifyingly empty. The silence stretched on for what felt like an eternity. Then David turned to me. He didn't look scared. He looked cold, calculating. He said, "He slipped. It was an accident. We all saw it. He was drunk, and he slipped." He looked from me to Sarah. His voice was firm, leaving no room for argument. It wasn't a suggestion. It was an order. Sarah started sobbing. These horrible, choked sounds. "We have to tell someone," she whispered. "We have to get help." But David grabbed her arm. "Tell them what?" he hissed. "That we were here. That we were fighting. They'll blame us. They'll blame me." He was looking at me again, daring me to contradict him. And I knew he was right. They would blame us. So we made a pact, a terrible, silent agreement right there in the rain. We would say nothing. We would go home, get in our beds, and pretend the night never happened. We would pretend Mark was never with us. We swore on it. We walked away from the quarry, leaving our friend in that cold, dark water. We didn't even look back. The next day, the whole town was looking for Mark. His parents called ours. We played our parts perfectly. We were worried. We were confused. We hadn't seen him since school the day before. The lies came so easily, it was terrifying how easily they came. Every knock on the door, every phone call, my heart would stop. but we held to the story. They searched for weeks. The quarry was the first place they looked, of course. They sent divers down. I remember watching the news, seeing the boats on the water, and feeling a sickness so deep it felt like my bones were rotting. They never found him. The currents in that quarry are strange, they said. It's too deep. Eventually, they gave up. Life went on. Or it was supposed to, but it was a ghost of a life. The three of us, we couldn't look at each other anymore. We drifted apart. Every time I saw David in the school hallway, I'd see Mark's eyes, begging me. Every time I heard Sarah's name, I'd hear her crying in the rain. The secret was a wall between us and the rest of the world. David was the one who held it together the best, on the surface. He became popular, the captain of the football team. He seemed to thrive. But sometimes I'd catch him late at night, just staring into space with that same cold look he had at the quarry. He never spoke of it. Not once. It was like he had locked that part of himself away and thrown away the key. Sarah crumbled. She dropped out of school a year later. Her parents said she had a breakdown. She moved away. I heard she got married, had kids. I hope she found some peace. I hope she was able to forget. But I doubt it. A secret like that, it doesn't just go away. It becomes a part of you. It changes the shape of your soul. And me. I became a ghost. I've just existed. I finished school, got a job. I even got married once. But it didn't last. How can you build a life with someone when the foundation is a lie? How can you let anyone get close when you're hiding something so monstrous? Every happy moment felt stolen, undeserved. Every laugh felt like a betrayal. For 30 years, I have replayed that moment on the cliff. My hand, just inches away. I could have saved him. I know I could have, but I didn't. Was it fear? Was it shock? Or was it something worse? Was there a part of me, a dark, ugly part, that was angry enough to let him fall? That's the question that haunts me. I never saw David again after high school. He moved across the country a few years ago. I saw his obituary online. A heart attack. He was only 45. It said he was a beloved community leader, a husband, a father. It listed all his accomplishments. It didn't mention the boy he watched fall into the water. It didn't mention the secret he took to his grave. So now it's just me. And maybe Sarah, wherever she is. I'm the only one left who was there, who knows the whole truth. David is gone. Mark is gone. And I'm here, an old man in a quiet room, talking to a camera. The weight of it, it's unbearable now. I can't carry it anymore. I had to let it out. I'm not telling you this for forgiveness. I don't deserve it. I'm not even sure why I'm telling you. Maybe I just want one person in the world to know who I really am. I'm not the person my neighbors think I am. I'm the boy who stood on a cliff in the rain and let his friend die. That's who I am. That's all I've ever been.